I remember the first night I stepped onto that stage. I was just 18, naive and desperate for a way out of my small town. The neon lights were blinding, the music pulsing like a heartbeat. I thought it would be just a way to make quick cash, but I had no idea how deep I was about to plunge. At first, it was exhilarating. The rush of attention, the thrill of the spotlight, it made me feel alive. I learned to dance, to embody a version of myself that was both liberating and terrifying. Each dollar bill was a validation of my worth, but it was a hollow kind of praise. Behind the smiles and the glitz, I felt a gnawing emptiness. I fell into a world that was intoxicating but dark. The club was filled with broken dreams. Women who were just like me, searching for something but often losing themselves in the process. I made friends, but there were nights when the competition turned fierce, where trust felt like a luxury we couldn't afford. Over the years, I became someone I barely recognized. I surrounded myself with men who wanted to possess me, and in the chaos, I forgot my own desires. I thought I was tough, but I was slowly unraveling. There were nights I cried in the bathroom, wishing for a way out. Yet each morning, I found myself back at the club, drawn by the pull of easy money. Then came the night that changed everything. I was approached by a man, let's call him David. He seemed different, a breath of fresh air amid the smoke and mirrors. He didn't want anything from me but to listen. We talked for hours, and for the first time in years, I felt seen for who I really was, not just as a performer. As our friendship grew, I started to see a different future. I began to question my life, the choices I'd made. I realized I didn't want to be just a body on a stage. I craved something deeper, something real, but leaving the club felt like trying to escape quicksand. The fear of failure, of being without that safety net, held me back. One fateful night, everything erupted. A fight broke out between two customers, and in the chaos, I was pulled into the fray. I felt the darkness closing in, the air thick with anger and fear. It was a turning point, a moment where I saw the world I had been living in and knew I had to break free. I quit the club the next day. It felt surreal, both terrifying and exhilarating. I took a job at a local coffee shop, pouring lattes instead of dancing on tables. It was humbling, but I began to rediscover myself, piece by piece. I went back to school, surrounded myself with people who lifted me up and slowly rebuilt my self-esteem. It wasn't easy. There were days I craved the adrenaline of the stage, the rush of validation. But I learned to fill that void with healthier pursuits, hobbies, friendships, self-care. I finally let myself dream of a life that didn't revolve around what others thought of me. Years later, I find myself in a place I never thought I'd be, a quiet life filled with love and acceptance. I'm no longer defined by my past, but it's a part of me that shapes who I am today. I can look back at that girl who danced under the neon lights and feel a mix of compassion and pride. She fought hard to find her way, and now I carry her strength with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.